by so many tears. You've been there for me, I've been there for you. Look in the mirror and think this through. Something as perfect and pretty as you, I never could leave, you gotta believe. But you think my heart's not there, 'cause it's been a while. You keep telling me it's been a while. Let me tell you something, yes, I know we've been together.
Hi beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka agapelovegirl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Well, today I am finally sharing my big box of Urban Decay goodies. I showed this briefly in my Mailbox Monday video, and I posted a couple sneak peeks on Snapchat and my Instagram, I believe, as well. But I promised you guys I would go into full detail of everything that was in the box, including swatches and demos and that kind of stuff. So that's what this video is today. I don't know what I'm going to call it because it's not a haul, because I was sent these products. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this, so it'll be my Urban Decay something. So there's several products in here, as I mentioned if you watch my Mailbox Monday video when I showcase this. But I got basically all of the Moondust shadows, then their glitter liners and some lashes. I got their mascara primer, lash primer, and then a mascara primer, lash primer, yes, and then a eyeshadow primer, the primer potion in the shade Minor Sin. But I'm not going to go into full detail in the intro because I actually do break down. I already pre-filmed this, so I'm just doing the intro now today. So I filmed separately every single Moondust shadow that I had. I did swatches on my hand. I did the swatches of the glitters, and I think I even did a swatch of the Minor Sin primer because it is kind of a shimmery, metallic-y primer. And I even have a demo applying the mascara. I wasn't sent the mascara, I was just sent the lash primer, but I did have a deluxe sample of their Perversion mascara. So I am today wearing both the lash primer and their mascara, Subversion and Perversion, on my eyes today. I have a demo of that to share with you guys, as well as a demo of applying the glitter liner to my eyes. I'm wearing the purple one, which I believe is called AC/DC, but you'll see that demo as well. Just kind of show how it applies, not like it needs so much explaining, but just for anyone curious about how it applies, because it doesn't like apply on like extreme glitter right away. I mean, you kind of have to build it up a little bit. So I did do a demo of that just for anyone curious and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what this is. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so up first is the shade Solstice. This is the only one I'll be showing all by itself just because the other ones kind of pair up, and this is the odd shadow out, but it works out perfectly because this is actually my favorite shade, I think, so far of the Moondust shadows. As you can see, it is a duochrome shadow, and it shifts from kind of this beautiful maroon kind of ruddy shade to a green. Oh my gosh, it looks just so magical as I'm swatching it. Do you see that? Ah, like angels or fairies. Next up we have the shade Moonspoon and Cosmic. These are definitely going to be shadows that you want to have a primer or maybe even wet your brush with, probably to get the best application with. Next up we have Diamond Dog and Dark Forest. Oh my Yeah, I'm gonna have to zoom you guys in. I don't know if you could tell. This one has more of a silver shimmer to it, and this one actually has more of gold shimmer reflex in it. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, hopefully you can see this, that Dark Force has some gold shimmer glitter in it. It almost even looks like a little bit of purple in there. Could just be my imagination. And then Diamond Dog is definitely more of a silvery diamond shade, diamond brown shade. Okay, so next up we have Vortex, that's this darker green here, and Stargazer. Okay, so swatching Vortex first, and then Stargazer. Next up we have Intergalactic and Ether. Okay, and here's a closer look at Ether. This one is just really, really pretty. Looks like a mixture of blues and pinky purples. Really, really pretty. Okay, so here's what those look like on my finger. This one is Intergalactic and this one is Ether. Wow, so, so pretty. And the sun is peeking through my window right now, so you're kind of getting the reflect of the sun off these as well now. More green shades we have here is Zodiac. This looks really, really pretty. And then Scorpio. Okay, so here's a close-up of Scorpio. Wow, really, really pretty. And then Zodiac. This one looks really, really neat, actually. I almost, maybe it's just the blue reflecting there, but it almost kind of like, if I tilt it just the right way, almost looks a little bit purpley too. I don't know if you guys are seeing that or if it's just me when I'm seeing it in person, but maybe this one's a slightly duochrome as well. Do you see how it kind of looks purple or no? Well, let's go ahead and swatch it then so we can see. It reminds me of a peacock actually. This is like would totally be a peacock shadow. And again, you're getting the reflection of the sun shining through my window on these swatches. Next up is the shade Space Cowboy. And then we have Interstellar. And this one is really, really pretty. It looks like kind of a, well, it's a gold tone with some pink reflects in it. I don't know if you can see that yet. But it's really pretty, kind of like a rose gold color. There you can kind of see that little bit of pink in there. Really, really pretty. Oh yeah, there you go. You see that pink on Interstellar? Ah, so pretty. It's like magic. Ah. Wow, so pretty in the sunlight. It almost looks like it's got a little bit of like lime green colored shimmer in there. Just like dancing in the sunlight. So pretty. Could you imagine your art? Could you imagine your eyes just totally twinkling in the sunlight with these shadows on? Okay, so the last two shadows I have are Glitter Rock here. It looks like this. really, really pretty. And then Shockwave. I love their packaging, it looks so pretty. And Shockwave looks like this. What is this considered, like a fuchsia or magenta type kind of color? But it looks like it's also got some bluish shimmer or dark purple shimmer in it. Maybe. So let's swatch these. This is Shockwave. Looking like that in the sunlight. And Glitter Rock. There we go. Swatchy, swatchy. Ooh, wow, that's pretty. I like that a lot. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Come on, focus. There we go. That's Glitter Rock. And then this is Shockwave. Yeah, it definitely has kind of a bluish or dark purple, what is it, indigo kind of sparkle to it.
Let me tell you something. Yes, I know we've been together for so long. You think that I can't see. After these years, you're still pretty to be told. We grow stronger. See, I need your love.
Next up, I have 6 of the Urban Decay Heavy Metal, obviously Urban Decay, I don't know why I'm saying that, glitter liners. These are so pretty. Obviously, you guys have seen me use a couple of these already in some of my looks, and I am loving them. They're super easy to use and mess free, which I think is nice. Just very convenient and a really cool idea for glitters. And so I will go ahead and swatch these each on my hand so you can see them applied, but I want to show them to you up close as well. The first one is called Junk Show. Okay, so this one is called Junk Show, and as you can see, it's a really pretty holographic, I would say, pink, because it's got all these different colors reflecting off of it. I mean, look at it when it's blurred out and you can see all that bokeh, or bokeh? Anyways, it's so pretty. And then there is AC/DC. And this is just kind of a purple glitter, no holographic effect, just one-dimensional purple. Really pretty still though. Then we have Amp, which is kind of a teal turquoise blue. I wouldn't call this holographic either. I'm not sure what it's described as, but it does look like it's got a mixture of teal or turquoise blue glitter with silver as well. It's not super one-dimensional, but it's also not quite holographic, I don't think. Next up is Spandex, and this one is a holographic glitter. It is a blue holographic glitter, and you can see all the different colors reflected in it. So pretty. Did I say the name of this one? This one's called Spandex. My memory is just fading me. I can't even remember what I said 2 seconds ago. But I really like this one. I've worn this one. Actually, I did a quick look using just this on my eyes and posted it to my Instagram account. But this one's really pretty. I don't think those photos did it justice, really. It's kind of hard to capture anything holographic or even glitter in general in photos because you can't really get a true feel of the effect of glitter unless it is out of focus. But I don't know if a lot of people realize that, because sometimes when things are out of focus, people are like, why is it out of focus? But that's really the best way kind of to capture the, you know, beautifulness of glitter in all of its glory. Then we have a silver shade. This one is called Glam Rock. And the last one is my favorite. This is called Distortion, and I've used this already so much. This is a white holographic shade. a very, like a iridescent holographic. The other holographic ones kind of reflect several different colors. This one is more of a pastel holographic one. It doesn't reflect a ton of colors, but it does in more of a pastel. Like a pinky, green, purpley, white holographic glitter. Really, really pretty. This looks pretty on its own. It looks pretty topped over different eyeshadows, as I created a look with it over top a turquoise eyeshadow, and it just looked so gorgeous. Everybody seemed to like that look. I posted that on my blog and Instagram, and everybody seemed to really like it. Alright, so here they are all swatched on my arm here for you guys. Go out of focus a little bit so you get that bokeh effect. They're really, really pretty. I just really can't say enough about the ease of use for these, and they're mess free. I think these would be really great for anyone who likes the look of glitter but hates the mess of it, because these are definitely going to be mess free. Like, you just simply apply it. There's no mixing with anything else. You just apply it and you're good to go. So the next thing I got was the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Minor Sin. This one is tinted and it offers a little bit of shimmer as well. There, I added a little bit more just so you kind of see the metallic effect that it gives. Obviously you probably won't use this much primer when you're doing your looks, but I guess you could if you really wanted to kind of use it as like a color base, like a really color on its own, or a base to kind of top a similar shadow to. But it just, once it blends in, it gives your lid kind of like a metallic-y finish that you could either keep like that, or if you apply something matte over it, it will mute it out. I also did get the Subversion lash primer, and this is a full size, as you can probably tell. And I've tried their Perversion mascara. I actually have a sample of it here, which I can show you guys if you want. But I hadn't tried the lash primer, so I don't know if I really use lash primers much, but I actually really do love the combination of this lash primer and their mascara. And this lash primer probably would work great with any mascara, I'm sure, but I just wanted to pair them together just to see. But this is what it looks like. It's kind of like flat, if you can tell. Like here it is a little bit wider and almost narrows in the middle, almost, not quite, but almost an hourglass shape. But then when you turn it to the side, it's a little bit more flat, if you see that there. And then it's just a white product. I don't think there's any fibers or anything in there. I didn't notice any. So just kind of like a white lash primer. And just to give you an idea of the Perversion mascara, if you have not tried it or have not seen it, this is a sample size that I have had on hand. And this is what this looks like. And I like this mascara a lot, actually, too. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's really good. It actually reminds me a little bit of the, gosh, what is it called? The Jordana Best Lash, the one that's in the purple. The purple and black is almost very similar to this, so maybe it's a dupe for that, but it seems very similar to me, actually, to that one, and that one's like, I don't know, $2 or $3, so, but they're a little bit different, but just seem very similar to me. But anyways, I have been using this sample of the Perversion mascara with the primer, and I really like the way it looks on my lashes. So yeah.
Yes, I know we've been together for so long. You think that I
Okay, so then the last thing we got, aside from the setting spray, which I don't necessarily need to show you guys up close, but are some lashes. Now, I'm not sure how long that Urban Decay has had lashes. I've never heard of them having lashes before, so that's kind of new to me, but it might not be a new thing. So anyways, there are 4 different styles that I will show you guys up close, because I know there's kind of a glare here because of my lights. But this is this style. These are like half lashes or partial falsies as it says. And this is the style Insta Flare. Oh, and I didn't really notice this, but it actually comes with its own little lash glue and instructions back there, so that's kind of cool. And here's what these look like up close. And these ones look really nice. I'm kind of more of a fan of the half lash. They're really easy to use. I've talked about the ones I like that I have from NBA Cosmetics. And I'm gonna have to give these a try. Like I said in my Mailbox Monday video, I gave one pair a try. I think it wasn't this one, it was the other half lashes, and they broke, which I'll show you guys next. So I'm gonna have to be extra gentle and just see like how they do well. Also, I noticed that like the band is thicker too. I'm usually more of a fan of like the clear bands. I feel like they're just more moldable than the like really harsh thick black bands on lashes on any brand. So that might be why I was having issues before. I just need to get used to that style. But anyways, I only tried one so far since recording this video, but anyways. Okay, and so these are another partial lash, and they're a little bit longer, as you can see, and these are the ones that I wore that time I talked about in my Mailbox Monday video. You can see the glitter still a little bit on them, but these are also the same ones that I tried to take off, and then they broke, like the band came off, as you can see here. So that happened to me. I don't know if I was just not gentle enough, or they were just really stuck on the, you can see how it's kind of like really stuck on here, so that might have just been like a little accident, not necessarily my fault, or it could have been my fault, I don't know. Anyway, so that was those ones, so that was kind of sad, but like I said, I was glad that they had 2 pairs so that I could at least give them a shot. And I had mentioned, if you watched my Mailbox Monday video, or if you didn't, that I just felt like the band was just a little bit too stiff, but maybe it's just something I have to work with. Like I said, I prefer the clear lash bands as opposed to the dark thick bands, but again, just something I probably have to work with. Okay, so this next pair here are called Bait, and these ones are actually very intriguing to me. They look kind of like short and kind of flared up, but if you look, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to capture this on my camera, maybe if I do this, they're like layered. They're 2 layered. So there's this short layer that's flipping, kind of curled up right here, and then this bottom layer that's laying a little bit more flat for kind of a really dramatic 3D effect. If that makes sense, because obviously lashes are 3D, but like even more so. Can I show? Oh, are you gonna see it this way? So I'm trying to look at my viewfinder to see if you can see that. I think you can kind of tell what I mean. But do you see how there's like a layer that's kind of laying more flat, and then another layer that's kind of curled up a little bit? It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, these ones are really neat. So I might have to give these a try next, because these ones look really cool, and see how they look. Hopefully get used to the band and make it mold to my eyes a little bit better than the other ones did. Next up is the style Glitter Dip, and named for obvious reasons. These ones are really cool, very dramatic style with this kind of like super flared out. They're not like super long, which is kind of nice, because a lot of dramatic lashes are like way long and you almost feel drag queen-ish. And if you want to look that way, that's totally up to you and fine, but for me, I always feel like dramatic lashes sometimes are so long, I feel very strange wearing them, but these are dramatic without being crazy over the top long, so I kind of am excited about that. Plus I love this holographic glitter. I mean, come on, look at that. So these are very, very unique lashes that I'm excited to give a try as well. I have not yet, but I am excited to give them a try, because look how pretty they are. Alright, beauty babes, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Not only just kind of showing off the things I got, but I figured it would just also be helpful to do this and show all the swatches too, because anyone curious about buying those shadows and not quite sure like what they look like, you know, it would be really helpful to see the swatches and stuff like that. And they are, some of them, quite different just from looking at them, and then when you swatch them and apply them, a couple of them just look a little bit different once applied, like just even prettier, I think, once applied. So I hope you guys find it helpful for if you wanted to buy any of them and we're looking online to see, you know, which one you can really get a better idea about which Moondust shadows you wanted, or any of the glitter liners. I really like the glitter liners. But yeah, so that was everything that I got. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes.